Hello and welcome to the Cubbears fan report for the 7th of August 2024. And what a day it was yesterday for Chicago sports. It was a lot of fun. I had Hard Knocks on yesterday and I had the Cubs game on the other TV, that TV that's right behind you. I had the Cubs game on silence because I don't need to hear the play-by-play, although I do enjoy their play-by-play. But when the Hard Knocks is on, I did not want to miss a second of dialogue. And what a show it was. We got to see Caleb Williams report his signing bonus and sing a karaoke tune, which he did not do a very good job of, but he is not too big to interact with the guys, and that's why everybody likes him. He sang poorly. And when he announced his signing bonus, you can see Tyson Bagent just shaking all over the place in support. He was a regular guy. He hung out with the other quarterbacks like Austin Reed, who was featured in the pregame or in the preseason game. And while he was doing that, the Cubs were playing some pretty good baseball too. Anyway, speaking of karaoke, I'd like you to support my sponsors in Iuka, Mississippi. What's interesting about Iuka is I watched the Just Another Year in Chicago, and I reported that I was watching from Iuka, Mississippi, but the I is hard to distinguish from an L when it's capitalized. So he said I was from Luca, Mississippi, but a lot of people make that mistake. Even my navigation app says I'm going to Luca, Mississippi. So I said it's not Luca, it's Iuka, and I spelled out the word I and then the word Uka afterward. It is Iuka. It's the last town in Mississippi before you go to Pickwick Lake, which is a tourist destination. And Robin Hood Brewery is a great place to stop after you spent the day on the water, in the boat, fishing or swimming or whatever you want to do up there. It's a great destination. They have karaoke on Thursday nights, and they brew microbrewed beer, and I like microbrewed beer. I'm a beer snob. I'm a connoisseur of beer. I don't drink a lot of beer, but when I do, I like it to be microbrewed beer. So I don't drink every day. I make sure of that because I don't want to start that habit. And the more you drink, the better I sound when it comes to singing karaoke. And those guys were singing karaoke, and I think it was Benedict who stripped out of his clothes and sang in his underwear on one of the scenes in Hard Knocks, and then he got hurt in the preseason game. In the preseason game, I really liked the way they brought up some of the unsung heroes. Caleb Williams didn't get to play, so they watched Caleb Williams watching the game, and at one point when Colin Johnson is making his 2 touchdown grabs, he's asking, how many wide receivers are we going to keep on the team? He showed a genuine interest in people. Another thing I liked is Nick Saban showed up, and he was the college football coach of Matt Eberflus. It showed Matt Eberflus playing some linebacker and putting a lick on a guy, and I liked that. And he was counseling him about not correcting the quarterback in front of the other players. And I thought Caleb Williams was well demonstrated in showing his a willingness to take a criticism, but it was done privately. In any case, another thing I want to point out is DJ Moore got the highest contract ever for a Chicago Bear, and I think he's earned it. Keenan Allen showed out well on the show, and they also showed Simone Biles and her husband Jonathan Owens cheering her on. He actually got to go to Paris to watch it. I liked a lot of that behind-the-scenes stuff. It wasn't all technical stuff, which I tend to want to focus on, but they showed the players, and I like the fact that they showed Austin Reed's family watching him play football in his first preseason game. Now I want to talk about the Cubs, because you know I got my Cub hat on and my Bears jersey. And this is the Cubbears fan report. While I was watching Hard Knocks and the Cubs on silent television, I just watching the action, and I saw Itzhak Paredes hit a blast, a 3-run home run into the teeth of the wind that hit in the basket. And that really set the stage for the Cubs to win 7-3. Imanaga struck out 10. He is now 9-2 with a 3.06 earned run average. It's really saying something because the Cubs have not been hitting well, although it looks like they're starting to hit again. They will play today as Assad will pitch for the Cubs. and at times he struggled with his pinpoint control, but he's got a competitive earned run average. He can pitch out of jams, but he's going to find out that it's so much easier to pitch if you don't walk people. He needs to learn that if he's going to have a long career. He has all the potential, and he's got a great spirit, a great attitude, but he's got to learn to throw strikes, and sometimes you're better off, and the Cubs need to support him with some runs and pitch to some leads. Yesterday, they really supported Imanaga, and you get him a lead, he's going to hold them. And he pitched really well yesterday. The bullpen pitched well, and Swanson had 3 hits yesterday, and Paredes had 2 hits, including an RBI single with a guy scoring from first, only he was thrown out trying to stretch his single into a double. The Cubs are looking good. They play today at 1:20 in the season finale. Other good news is the White Sox won, so their losing streak was halted at 21 games, so I don't think they broke the record. And like I said, I'd like the Cubs to play them after they have a win, because Cubs will play this weekend, Friday and Saturday. They will have a rare Sunday off game. I have never seen that in all the years I've been watching baseball. Sunday is a day to play, but not in this time. I don't know why they're not playing them in another game. But they're going to change the scheduling next year, so the Cubs and the White Sox will play 6 times next year. But this is the Cubbears fan report. Please support my sponsors in Iuka. The I is an I. It's not an L. It's not Luca, Mississippi. It's Iuka, Mississippi. And I mean no disrespect to Just Another Year in Chicago, because I do like his podcast and I watch him on a regular basis. And he and I do sometimes text each other on his channel. And I did support his sponsor, Tally Incorporated. They do some really cool Chicago-oriented products. So I recommend you check him out. I recommend you check out Just Another Year in Chicago, because he does a pretty good YouTube channel, and he discusses the Bears pretty impressively. The only difference between me and him is I add in the Cubs. I talk about the Cubs and the Bears, and the Cubs are playing better, and I'm hoping they can launch another winning streak. I hope they get that rubber game today at 1:20 against the Twins, because the Twins have been playing well. The Cubs have started to hit again, so with their good pitching, if they can start hitting, they're going to be a tough team to deal with down the stretch. Cubbears fan report. Please like and subscribe and support my sponsors. And remember, it's pronounced Iuka. Iuka, Mississippi. Thank you for watching.